Pessie.
Andu Pessie. The perfect way to intro the end? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
And the death? Question mark, question mark.
The death of everyone.
I was really hoping someone would continue that with of the universe? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Excellent. The warnings come up again as usual.
Wonderful.
Still don't know what this means. Please
it's
configure
like-
both primary and backup streams correctly.
Gotta configure them. It's important.
The comparison of streams failed because one of the streams has an invalid configuration. It always tells me that, and I can't figure out what it means. And it's a lot of words that I need to type to Google.
Answers in the comments, please.
Oh yeah, Magenta answers in the comments.
Hey, this is going on YouTube. You never know.
Yeah.
What's you watching? You must have somebody on staff.
Just the official
True.
Wizards of the Coast's comments with the answer. Okay, thanks, I guess. So yeah, always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, who remembers what happened last time?
We talked everyone around to, except for one group, to our point of view with no violence.
Yeah,
Yep,
fuck
and that one group is
fuck that one group.
yeah, fuck that one group. They were distrustful of everybody anyway. There was very little that we could have done to talk them around, I reckon.
Yeah.
Weren't they the ones who were just on the side of?
But you want
Weren't
to
they the ones
use-
who wanted to super? Yeah, they wanted to use the artifacts as a super weapon.
They
We were like, how about new?
you guys never really went to them really. You never really figured out what their vibe was. The only thing you
their vibe
really
was
knew is
rotten.
they were looking for a super weapon. But yeah,
The
Yeah,
vibe
that's
was rotten from a distance.
they are the ones where every time we brought them up, Colt was memeing, going just like flexing, and goes, "I got your super weapon right here."
yeah.
Go to my notes. I wrote so many notes last time.
I didn't. I just talked at people and hoped it worked.
I'm not actually sure what notes are.
I've got the Flurry wanted a super weapon, ran out of time to help them. So that was the ones that didn't trust anybody, weren't they? The Flurry.
Yeah.
And I've got Alliance stopped helping them because they're dicks. Enslaved a celestial creature. left it at that.
We haven't enslaved anyone, right?
I mean, you enslaved Fume at one point.
I don't think that's true.
Despite the sheer amount of times that everybody that we spoke to, we were saying they are explicitly not a slave. They are our friend. If we gain anything, it is spread evenly among us as an adventuring party, or spread evenly, or to whoever can make the best use out of it.
I mean, to be
In the
fair,
case of like spells and stuff.
I believe Fume is the richest because of her
Exploits,
bathwater.
yep.
Yeah.
That sold like hotcakes at that fighting tournament.
Yeah.
How long ago was that now?
A
A while,
long
at least
time
a year.
ago.
At least a year in our actual lives. At least.
Man. Time's fake.
Time flies.
Time's fake, eat cake.
I mean, given that this campaign has taken breaks and stuff, we must have gone on for about 3 years at this juncture.
We have.
Yeah.
Like I've gone back and watched VODs of this for the purposes of like note taking and stuff, and then gone, Jesus Christ, that was a long time ago.
Remember, we were multiple characters into the campaign before James joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the one that brought it all crashing down then.
There was a TPK and everything.
There were multiple TPKs and everything.
Yeah.
And then I joined, brought a character, they died immediately. First character, first session of D&D of any game ever, dead.
It was a
Straight.
hard open.
Straight off the start line, dead. Fucking
Plus
shot by the starting gun.
Aggressive start. Oh, but yes.
And then we got
back to
Colt,
the-
and he managed.
Man,
Yeah,
I
he
really, I
managed.
really hope those characters are living their lives happily, not dealing with this shit.
So
And we said it was canon that mine got resurrected as part of the Ben's wish that everyone who he hurt in his evil days essentially gets their happy ending.
But it was Croc that killed you by inverting gravity.
If it was Croc indirectly by
I don't know
gravity
about
shenanigans,
that.
but
It
we
was
were
Croc.
in like
It was literally
like
Croc who changed gravity and he got landed on by a crate.
it
We
was
were-
Andrew.
we were
Hmm.
also like trying to
Ah.
get into one of Ben's what it turned out to be one of Ben's slave factories, wasn't it?
Mm.
So it's Ben's fault. Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying what the DM said that he got resurrected after that wish got made.
Just saying, directly Andrew killed you.
Andrew did directly kill you.
Not Croc though. Andrew.
Yeah, but Croc, who was Andrew's character at the time, directly killed you.
Hmm.
Okay, yes, Andrew killed my character.
Constantine knocked him out. with bullets.
There's me trying to sugarcoat it.
Hey, yeah, I did. I was the one that knocked you unconscious with the characters who were now the bad guys.
So yeah.
Speaking of going back to what happened last time, all of the gods that were sealed away by the god of seals in that big precursor versus the gods event when the artifacts got made, they all got let out of their cages. So now we're like, shit, there's going to be a lot of god fights happening. So Colt's already mentally preparing for that, for like the epilogue or what he is going to be doing in the future, but obviously won't be on campaign.
So yeah, we can open back up with you guys all chilling. What do you guys want to be doing? For
The
there's
Mac-
like
the
4
Macarena.
days.
I'm gonna stay on the point I just made. Just what with the whole god fights are going to be happening thing. Colt will go into his domain at some point, and he's going to make First, he's going to make a handle for the Fate's Bane arm stabby stick, because Fate's Bane lost one of our arm. Because Colt's turned around to Fate's Bane and said, "Hey, you know the weapons that your people used to fight the gods? How did you make them?" And she just like lopped an arm off, stripped it of all the flesh, and sharpened the bone, and said, "There you go." And he was like, "I can't even hold this without it hurting." So he's going to make a handle for that. Just mundane woodcarver's tools, that'll do. As long as the bit on the business end kills gods, that's fine.
Yeah.
And the other thing he's going to do is, because he's in his domain, can he like King Kai telepathy to the other him in their domain? Just because we're both in the domains, essentially like a god call.
Sure, you can do that.
Hey, heads up / warning, other me.
Uh,
Does he respond?
he does.
Okay, so do you remember when we had our great big fight and me and all my friends came in, beat a bunch of your underlings in order to get to your domain and the whole bit? There was another guy with me who had a bit of an ominous parting words to you.
I remember that.
Well, he was one of numerous gods who were essentially locked inside their domains, locked away, and they've recently all been let out.
Okay.
So I think he's going to be gunning for you, like, as quick as he can. But I have a proposition to make with regards to that. I have been trying to communicate with him. I'm getting ignored. So if he does come kicking in the front doors to your house, let me know and I'll be there as quick as I can. Otherwise, fight like hell. Basically, like I would do.
You got it. I should look into
But
this
yeah,
myself. Thank
let
you for
me
bringing it to my
know.
attention.
Sorry?
Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
But please don't kill him, though. He's just a very upset boy.
I will endeavor to try not to.
Uh,
You may
And a-
need deck to the schnoz.
yeah! That's the spirit. Hangs up God phone.
Sure.
Makes hand off a God killing stick.
Yeah. You can do that.
As I will call it, the insurance policy.
Yeah.
Sonya,
Do you guys want to do anything?
Sonya,
Hmm?
you get a text message.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, hey, how's everything going? Recovering. Hope you're not struggling too much. Just like, if it's an emergency, I can just let me know.
See, that's a
no one's
real
taking my place as your best friend.
that's a real weird coincidence you decide to do that, Graham.
Uh-huh.
Because I've 100% planned to spend the time of Sonia going to visit current past current
Or-
present Fume. That's it.
Present timeline fume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a text from her being like, hey, hope everything's going alright. Just let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Just just because it works with the joke of like you just look at the window and it's just Sonia pressed against the window.
Ah!
I was gonna say, does Sonya bring this to the attention of court, and does all of the other Sonyas get the same text?
Just Prime Sonya because I don't have phone numbers for all of the other Sonyas.
Fair enough.
Because this is
And
the
then
issue.
Sonya Prime was just like, I'm there, not telling anybody else.
Yeah.
You're off doing your own thing.
They're doing their things. They're
Yeah, but
enjoying
always
time
time
with
for
kids.
always time for friends.
Yeah, always friend time.
And also, like, the reason I asked is because obviously the other Sonyas and the other bands, and they'd be like, "Oh, we'll all get together, have them meet each other." But if, yeah, like you said, no phone numbers available.
Yeah, this is the issue. Like, I only
Yeah.
have phone numbers for one.
Technically, Sonia is checking on if the situation is okay to introduce the children, rather than
Yeah, that is
just
also a
turning
good
up
point.
with them.
Yeah.
You see that one of the babies has sprouted bat wings. The other one is like flamethrowering at nurses. It's fine. They're demonic nurses. They don't feel pain from fire.
Oh, so everything's pretty good then.
And then there's like one of the kids who's just like perfectly normal.
Fun fact: most demons are only resistant to fire.
Like just like breathing elemental fire from the plane of fire over this demon. Just like
Oh god, the pain and agony.
it's fine. They're just like
Here's your
it's
pills.
it's just some gas. Picks the baby up off the like crisp cinders of the demon and like burps the baby and burps the fire and then goes back to giggling.
Looks at
Oh.
the one normal baby and is like, "I trust you the least."
The baby opens its eyes and looks at you and its eyes are glowing.
That's better.
You know what?
Yeah.
That made me trust you more.
Falls from a
Yeah.
forge.
So yeah, how things been in the hospital?
Alright, I'm getting a bit bored of this place. But it's probably like they told me I'm not meant to leave, but like I'm immortal. What damage can I really do, right?
Have they determined if the babies are immortal?
They won't tell me yet.
Weird.
Yeah, the head doctor's just like the head doctor of Mare Clone won't tell me if the babies are immortal or not. And whether they count as like demons or genies or elementals or gods, because I think
Or
Bethany's
something
technically a
else.
god now. Yeah. I like shout, "Hey, a mayor!
A mayor walks in the room like, "Hey, what's up?"
Have you finished those
But
tests
dressed,
yet?
but
Or the
but
babies
dressed in
immortal
a,
or not?"
but she's dressed in a sexy nurse's outfit.
I don't complain.
He's
You're
like, "Yeah,
used to
what's
it.
up?"
Yeah, don't worry about it. She changes outfits every time she turns up. It's I think a new game for this one. I think that might be this one's flaw. Hey, have you finished the testing yet? Do you know if the kids are immortal or not?
Looks at charts. They're a bit immortal. They will live forever.
Is that they can live? They will live forever as long as no one kills them.
As long as nobody kills them, they will not die.
Okay, so they're the least useful kind of immortal. Got it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Has my mom shown up yet?
Yeah, your mum's like, your mum's been busy, but she's come around a few times. She sent you flowers and things.
Sure. She was like, "I need out of this place. I might see if my mom will take care of the kids for like a few hours so I can visit the ship."
Sure.
Oh,
Do you call your mum and try and arrange that meeting?
Yeah.
Sure. Your mum's more than happy to like hang out with her grandkids for a while, get to know them and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably best for like them to have a real relationship with her,
Yeah.
unlike me,
She
her daughter.
when she shows up, she's carrying loads of like baby clothes and stuff.
Also, she's definitely not. She's definitely immune to the fire damage they can deal.
Yeah. She's holding loads of like baby clothes and little cute items and things.
I I,
She's
I will give her the warning that yeah. So these two are only emitting fire, but this one holding the baby that's acted most normally, apart from the glowing eyes, has like it created lightning at least twice, and I don't really know how that works. I think it's like heat lightning. It's weird. Are you immune to that too?
she nods.
Okay. And then I start like fussing over like okay, so the bottles are there, and the this is there, and if you need anything, call this number, and like Bethany's mom's on this dial, and it's just in case you need help from another grandparent. I haven't seen Bethany in ages actually. She went off to help you guys and hasn't really come back. I asked, turning to Sonia.
my brain turned
Like
off.
Bethany went to help you guys and like hasn't really come back since.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are they with the other you? Do you have the...
Does it... Wait, what? Sorry.
Actually, there's probably a few things I should update you with.
Like that future version of yourself that showed up. Amir says, who is now wearing sexy witch cosplay.
Don't copy me.
I mean, I don't want to say it. I'm like, wait, there's a second me?
Technically. They're still
Have you
you.
replaced me? Have you replaced me with another me?
You replaced you with a you.
And is my wife spending time with another me?
I don't know, but that just popped into my head as a possibility. Has anyone explained the situation to her?
Not in great detail.
Maybe you should call her and check. Actually, your mum's here. We can go find them.
Okay.
Also, great news. Apart from one dickhead race, whatever, not race. Community, no, civilization, whatever.
Faction.
Yeah, everyone agreed, and the machine's nearly finished.
That's great. I'm so glad that the universe not ending has been so easy.
It's yeah, as long as the time dragon who's currently trapped in a mega spell does come out of it, you know. Otherwise, we're fucked.
We're gonna fucking kill that time dragon, right?
Oh no, he's like impossible to kill right now, and also technically dead. It's like a middle of the road.
Yay? Yay.
So I
Fine, let's.
yeah, I guess I just like I don't know. I can never remember which spell is which, but I just cast all of the divination spells till one of them works on finding Bethany.
So
Scrying should
you-
work.
Bethany would have called you and said she has to like manage her domain and stuff, basically. But also that she was going to like probably sometime earlier today she would have messaged you that she has a like something's come up and there's a really important project that she needs to work on.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I was just bringing it up because the last time we saw her, she left being very sad after having attempted to kill Fume, even future Fume, not her own Fume.
Yeah, she was pretty sad. But a thing came up, and that brought her some level of joy. Because you're about to find out what she's been doing. Sonia,
Yeah.
your divination reveals that that Bethany is currently like in her palace. You see effectively there like when you're looking in the rooms around her, she is in a massive room in which loads of like arcane sigils and things have been carved, and like lots of magical power is running through that room. And you can see into her like the bedroom behind her, and it's like really depressing music and lots of tubs of ice cream and blankets in that room.
Everyone has that room, right? All right. Well,
Where is my deadbeat wife?
there's a crying room.
Crying room. But we were so happy. What could happen to cause a crying room?
I don't know. Maybe, why don't we just go?
Okay.
Sure, you show up.
Twiddly do, away we go.
You would appear. I guess I can just drag you back over. Is this the right map? I'll just click on it first to check. This is the wrong map. Where did I put that map? How many eons ago?
So long.
This is entirely the one thing I've been thinking about sorting out for the entire time we've been playing for the last several weeks. I'm like,
Where's
she
my
really left would be
wife?
sad. Normal hasn't seen her in like weeks. What's going?
Yeah, effectively you'd get there, and you would see a large ornate room with blood red lines scattered through it, forming strange arcane patterns, line the floors and walls of the room, all culminating in a spire that is at the top of the room that extends out. There seems to be a very thin red line that is like the centerpiece of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And Bethany seems to be performing a ritual.
I'm like, hey, honey. Mom said she'd watch the babies. What are we doing with blood magic right now?
Runs over to you, gives you big hug, wraps you in wings, and is like, "Oh, I miss you so much. I'm so sorry."
Are you okay? You like haven't visited, like since you had to leave for some reason that they wouldn't tell me about.
Yeah, there was a version of you from the future, and I saw a thing, and I attacked them. I'm really sorry.
That hussy taking you away from me. Stupid me. Stupid for me.
So Sonia's like putting two and two together. Is like, I'm gonna stay quiet, but I think I might have an idea.
But I've been working on this thing. It's almost done.
Yeah, can I see the room full of ice cream and darkness and sad songs?
Ice cream and
Yeah.
darkness.
There are many posters of a variety of emo bands, and
I'm like,
there is a
I'm wondering,
blanket fortress.
hey, I can see there's like 17 gallons of ice cream over there that have been finished.
Yes.
My main question is why you didn't bring me ice cream.
Oh, I'm very sorry. She like runs over to the
No,
fridge.
you idiot! I was joking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sad. You're just a bit dense sometimes.
Okay.
I know that you would never do anything on purpose to harm. You don't
Right.
need to do grand gestures to make it up to anyone.
Oh, thanks, honey. Big hug.
Now, what are you doing blood magic for?
Oh, I'm gonna get my dad.
Oh, your dad. Sorry, I summoned her dad into the room.
You summon Grizzle Dad. And he's like, where am I? Oh, hi. It's been so long since I've been summoned.
Yeah, sorry, I've been in the hospital and the rooms have been too small.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, so what's going on in here? This looks neat. And he's like, and Bethany runs over, gives him a big hug, and is like, look, Dad, I've almost freed you. So someone recently, like, restored, like, a bunch of the knowledge of you to the universe.
Yeah, that was technically us.
Oh, great. Well, it's meant that I can get him out of there.
Oh yeah, Fume, I should probably tell you that all of the other gods that are trapped are gonna get out.
Yeah, but none of those were like a problem, right?
We don't know. But there are
You,
apparently billions of them.
you also watch as she like finishes the last couple. She like resumes doing a few more arcane gestures, and like, puts and like approaches the blood dripping in the center of the room, and sticks her fingers into it. But instead of blood splattering against her fingers, effectively a tear in space opens up, where her fingers intersect the blood, that appears to be made of fire, and she runs her fingers down the stream of blood.
Mhm.
At which point, the dimension that previously held Grizzledad shatters and ceases to exist. At which point, Grizzledad feels that he is free.
Oh, great! Oh, that's great. Nice to see that you're free, Dad.
And he's like, "Oh, it's so nice." Uh, Fume.
Mhm.
Your Grizzledad poison powers get way better.
Sick.
You now have life leech on them, effectively.
Oh, I gain life when I deal damage with it.
Oh, that was worryingly easy.
Wait, hey, that means you can go see your partner now. Like you've been apart for so long, and you can
And
meet the
Grizzledad's like,
kids.
"Oh yeah! Oh, I have so much catching up to do." Picks up Bethany and you, gives you both a big hug
Bladed
with
hug.
swords. You guys are durable enough to survive the knives, the knife
Yeah,
hand.
it's fine. It's fine. We work it out. He can use the flats of the knives.
Yeah. Gives you a big hug, kisses you both on the forehead, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go see my wife."
Okay.
And then slices open a portal in midair, and a shadowy gateway opens up, and he like runs through it. The shadowy gateway remains open for about 2 seconds before it snaps shut.
Wow. He is very dedicated.
Eager.
Wink.
Yeah.
Norton's like,
So
yeah,
so that thing that Bethany was just doing, there's probably a bunch of other people doing as well.
if you're like a relatively powerful being like me, it doesn't take that long to like pop them.
Okay, so just think about that and the fact that there
They're
are
more
millions of gods.
they're
Yeah,
more
yeah, but
durable on the inside than the outside. I'll say that. So it's much easier to break into them than it is to break out of them. But yeah, if once you get strong enough, like it's only a matter of time before they'll get out. Or
hey,
it again, much easier to open from the outside. So if you like a bunch of followers get together and they're strong enough, they could probably just pop one open.
so you guys saved the universe already, by the way. Just checking.
No, that should be like next week.
Okay. Just... Hmm. Prime Sonia is just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go teach my wife that like she shouldn't be in a sulk and could talk to me about what's happening in the world. This might be awkward for you, Sonia, so you should probably head back. Call me when you need me for any final battles that happen. I'm sure I can arrange a babysitter now that we've got like 3 grandparents around.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to have a play date in a couple of days? We can get everyone together, get the babies together, introduce everyone to everyone to everyone.
Sure, sure.
Just in case all the stuff
I'll have to
would.
make sure they don't like accidentally toast the bread, Sonias.
No, there's only one of them.
And make it a toast, Sonia. Oh.
So yeah, Sonia will wibble away as does.
And
Okay.
Bethany and Fume will spend time with Fume trying to instill in Bethany not to just like fucking sulk.
Okay.
We're partners
So-
in this, god damn it.
Okay. So do people want to do anything else over the next couple days,
I mean,
or are you all done?
so Sonia's main plan was going to be that she was going to go and aid a mayor in whatever way she could with the whole university thing.
Sure.
And then I guess on like the last day before we do all of the stuff that could end badly, everyone gets together.
Yeah.
Court would like to just stating this for now, because we've got Alan and Fatesbane on the ship, haven't we? Court would be speaking to them, mainly Fatesbane, just being like, okay, so how many of these gods that are going to be let out do we think are going to be a problem? And using both of their influence, of asking them to lend him their influence in like the governments, and the fact that more people know them than know Colt, to basically keep an eye out for when any of these gods may start to be let out because of people like worshiping them enough to break them out, so that he and them can like assess, is this going to be a big danger or not. So he's just wanting to start talks to get that ball rolling, just in the event that everything works out fine, universe doesn't end, but there might still all be these great big cataclysms. And he's like, as a god of heroes, I can't help but think I maybe should prevent that.
Fatesbane's response is like, I like the evil ones will probably be still evil, but it's hard to say what they'll be like considering how long they've been locked up.
I mean, my question was more a case of how many of them have just been replaced, like Raw.
Oh, like
So
all
so
of
they
them.
were like, okay, And how many do a rough guesstimate figure? How many
Oh,
would we be looking at?
uh, maybe a few million gods.
Yeah.
Mm,
So like like give me an average. What's like what at best case scenario? What's 1% of a billion? Because only 1% of them might be bad if we're lucky.
yeah, but then it's a case of when are they gonna get out? Do they have enough followers to get out? And do they have enough followers to get out? When are they gonna get out? Or are
I
they going to be a problem? Or will they just immediately usurp the one currently sitting in their place?
I will
There's all these variables I'm trying to take into account.
I will realize I forgot to tell anyone just because funny and Sonia. It was like Sonia just pipes up. Oh, Grizzle Dad's free. So
Nice.
yeah, but also not nice, based on the question you just asked.
What? What was he really easy to get out?
Yes.
Well, it was easy for Bethany to get out,
You shut
I mean,
up,
how?
voice of God.
who
Yeah,
is a god.
Colt would ask, how did he get popped out? He's a great big demon lord, isn't he?
Yeah, Bethany
Is
freed
it
him.
different? Oh, well, that's Bethany though. She's like mega strong.
Yeah,
She
but
probably just punched the wall down herself.
there's a lot of other people who are equally as strong. So
Yeah.
there's got to be at least a few other gods who've already came back.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can't like stop all of the fighting, but at least my point is, let's try to minimize like the worst of potential cataclysms. Like that's why I'm asking points at Alan, Fatesbane, and Sonia. You guys, because you guys probably know a lot, almost definitely know a lot better than I do. Is there some way that we could, I don't know, monitor that?
Alan
That's
would
probably a big ask. The more I think about it.
Alan would be like, yeah, I think I could make something that could do that. My speciality is sort of god magic.
I mean, I thought so, considering the first time I met you, you punched Tiamat in one of our faces.
So yeah, I think I could create like a monitoring system for you to do something along those lines. It'll probably take a while to be comprehensive,
Oh,
but I think I could do
100%.
it.
That's why I'm bringing this up now, because if our plan goes off without a hitch, universe is safe. There's still tons of work to do.
Also, because you mentioned it earlier, as Saint Colt would want to, Sonia would just casually ask, "Was like, oh yeah, Colt, do you want to come along to? We're having like a get together before the potential end of the world where we're introducing all the babies and stuff."
Oh yeah, 1,000,000,000% yes.
It's like,
I'll bring all
do
the
you want to come
Sonias.
along? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sonia, you really need to tell him what happened to Sonia.
What?
What? Sonia, you need to tell him what happened to Sonia. Which one?
Yes. Because Sonia did a thing, remember Sonia?
I've done a lot of things.
Are you talking about the fact that she's full-fledged god and the one that we're talking to is the Avatar?
Yes.
We've had that conversation already.
Yeah, but how you achieved that?
No, I haven't told anyone. No one's asked.
Yeah, exactly. You should.
Well, I'm saying we had that conversation. Unless you want to bring it up.
No.
Okay.
I know not to ask questions when Sonia is involved.
In which
Yeah,
case,
Colt
Colt,
knows that just as well.
in which case, Colt, when you go looking for the other Sonias, you can't find them.
Gathers up the baby, like all the babies there in his domain.
Yeah, the babies are fine.
Wait,
Snaps fingers.
Why can't
Snaps
you find a
fingers.
Sonia there? I sent an avatar as baby.
Oh yeah, there is one Sonia there. Sorry, but you know that they are not the Sonia, any of the Sonias that you originally with.
Yeah, so he's sort of just going, Sonia, where are the other Sonias? Well, like, their mom Sonias.
We are one. Does hand gestures.
Huh. How? Why?
To
He
be
looks like he looks genuinely confused.
it, so that we could become an actual god, so we'd have the power to be able to free Dragon Boy. We needed more power and
Oh.
more knowledge.
So,
The personalities are still in here. This avatar is 99% the one that it was before. It's just the 1% is the body is different.
yeah. Which one of you is this one? Because the ones that I had these with, gestures at the kids, were a bit more fighty, if you know what I mean, than you usually are. The prime you, I mean.
Would this conversation be happening in Cult's domain?
I mean, yeah, I was just saying he picks up like the
Yeah.
3 kids.
Then should be like, oh no, this is like the brain of the mysticky woo magic one.
The one that I met first.
Yes. Thinks like really scrunches face, trying to remember their own timeline. Yes, I was the first.
Actually, Sonia, I need you to roll me a history check.
Oh god, I don't like those.
Even though that you should be really good at them.
I know.
I mean, he is.
That one. Gotta load the sheet. Always loading the sheet. Probably the wrong sheet, but who cares? L'histoire.
Sounds like a big pile of sheet.
It does. L'histoire.
So how complicated is your character? Well, I have 5 different character sheets for them.
I've only got 4?
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
5.
Sonia, you think back and remember the first time that Sonia met Colt, and when you're thinking back, you obviously are Sonia, but you met Colt just at a it's not quite. It's a slightly different time. It's very weird. Like you recall meeting him on Zandakar, and at the time you were clearly hypnotized because you think your name was like Alan or something.
I don't remember any of that.
Pretty sure
you-
it wasn't Zandakar.
No, what you were recalling is the memories of one of the Soul Coin people.
Ah.
But you are convinced that is the first time you met Colt. When you were clearly hypnotized into thinking that you were a guy named Alan who just like saw Colt one time.
So you explain that
I mean,
instead?
would Sonia explain that?
That you would recount the. I mean, if you're recounting the event of that's the first time you saw him, you'd be like, "Yeah, I was walking along the street on Zandakar."
Sure.
You were there. You know, we didn't really talk, but that's the first time we met.
No, I meant I 100% believe that we might have passed by, considering how much you dart around and teleport around the place. But I meant the day that you teleported into my life and changed it forever.
Right, can I? Am
You
I allowed to
do
remember
you not
that, Joseph?
remember- Do you not
I-
remember my first words to you?
You remember that, yeah. You just also happen to have the memories of all of those people in you.
Okay. Uh, like, Sonia definitely would remember the first words. Andrew, God no. Christ.
Do you want me to help you?
Yes.
I do. A
I don't remember what I said last.
make another history.
Oh god. Nat 1 and Nat 1. Come on. Nat 20. See?
Nat
I
20.
definitely
You hear
remember.
the word. You hear the words. I was mid-sentence, lady. What the hell? Yeah, that was your first words to her.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, you were really pleased to meet me. You loved that I interrupted you. At least that's the way I remember it.
Oh, well, you do remember that.
Yeah, I've
But
just got
yeah,
like a lot more memories in my head at the minute.
okay, that he still seems to be simmering on it, but it's one of those things where it's like Sunya's world is like a whole different thing to understand. He has the wisdom to manage it, but at the same time, he's like,
I mean,
there's a lot of other ones in there, but the one that
if it
the one that
helps,
he privately refers to as his Sunya, is also like mostly this one. So he's like, that's fine.
like if it helps, the like main, which one is main? The Sonia who's doing like all of the actual main work currently. Her plan was to eventually separate everyone back out into like their own beings. It was
No.
more of a for now, because like especially with all the gods getting out, Sonia's we're probably gonna help old god of reproduction.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Sonia, it occurs to you. You remember that you owe Colt 25 gold.
Alright, one of my memories remembers this, so here, have 26 gold. There's some interest.
Yeah, he killed he killed an owl bear for you that was tearing up your village.
All this time, and you still remember something so small.
Colt, I need you to roll history.
Oh, good, because he's fucking useless at this.
Come on.
It's like this when
Come
it's like this when that rule 20 says you can't open your own sheet.
Yeah, it always says that.
Yeah, it always does
You're
this.
not allowed to open your own sheet.
Bop. 12.
Nice.
You know what? You know what? I've got a DM inspiration to burn. Fuck it. Why not? Let we ball.
Come on.
3.
No.
No.
Wait, how
12.
many DM inspirations have you got?
I don't know. I think 2.
Go again.
Thank you, DM.
Come on.
12. It's destined to be
Yeah.
12. Oh,
Oh.
dumb culprit. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm in my domain. Give myself
True.
30 int.
You have your big brain moment of
There. That's better.
yeah, that's good enough.
It's still
You
hilariously
remember
kind of a shit roll.
It's still a bit shit. Goes back down to 12.
you remember helping out a guy. It was a villager named Alan who was like he was like a fairly wealthy merchant who wanted you to kill an owl bear back on Zendikar before you got taken to space. That was like threatening the local town,
Mm-hmm.
and the reward for it was 100 gold, but he could only give you 75 at the time because that was
Yeah.
like all the money he had.
Yeah. and Colt being Colt, he'd be like, "That's fine. Next time I'm walking through town, you can give."
yeah. So you would recall that, and you remember that explicitly that person was not Sonya.
Yeah, but at the same time, Sonya is like some all form changing being. So like to Colt's like weird sort of like logic gymnastics, he's like, "Huh, you were even there with me back then. That's interesting." I guess I guess that says quite a lot about our relationship, doesn't it?
Yes. I remember. Yeah.
Almost, almost as if fate made it so.
I
Right.
mean,
I can with the whole this situation right now, what with the children and all. At least I still have. At least I still have this version of you, which is mostly the one that I know. Eh,
oh yeah, and I'm
and
I'm the one that we've determined
even
is
though,
like mainly going to be looking after the kids
yeah,
because we came to the decision that I'm technically the oldest, sort of. Shrugs itself.
I mean you would know. Only you would know.
Nah, we don't
Uh,
know.
what one of you's some yeah. When you try and think of your age, you do get millions of conflicting results.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Like if there's at any point that someone says to Court, "So how old is she?" He's like, "Yes."
Somewhere between 5,000 and 3?
the the oldest of your memories it extends back like 300 years when you were some sort of robot at the time, or at least you thought you were a robot at the time, but you clearly turned out to be Sonya.
Yeah. Uh, so Sonia will actually take like notes on the Alan name for that memory of like, all right, well, I that like sticky notes to his soul.
Oh,
It's
all these
like
poor
Alucard at the end of Hellsing Ultimate. All of them souls inside your head.
It's fine, we'll figure it out.
all those poor people.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and I'll be right here with you every step of the hugs.
Oh yeah, actually, cool. You would remember the other relevant thing because you got a 20 was DC 15 told you that, DC 20 told you more stuff. And you would remember Alan definitely died. Like after you left, you heard that like when you came back to Zandikar, you heard news that like the village he was from was like wiped out by demons effectively.
Well, that was way, way, way in the past.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's millions of, as far as he's concerned, he's like, there's thousands of different versions of Sonyas all over the place.
There's only 5 or 6 over here.
Currently.
Yeah. I love the fact that no matter how good Colt's gonna roll, because of the way Colt views Sonya, there's never gonna be a moment of like getting out the soul coin thing.
Oh.
It's a weird one. He's just one. I'm pretty sure Colt doesn't know what soul coins are for. Unless he, again, is in his domain and specifically focuses on it. At which point, even if he did know what they were for, he'd go, "Well, it's Sonya. Her heart's in the right place. She's surely using them for something productive or trying to get them out." He'd probably, at worst, ask you So what are you going to use them for? But currently, that's not the way that the conversation's going. Conversation's not about soul coins.
Yeah,
Also, haven't you like absorbed them all anyway? So
yes,
they're not there anymore.
they are part of me? Question mark.
Mm. Hell, if anything, Colt views this as your sort of like resolution to the habit of continually duplicating yourself over and over again. And then it's like split them all off again. And then even if you did know about like how the soul coins work and what they're currently being used for and how they've been used in this capacity, you've already said the Sunya Prime's intent is to separate them all out again.
Yeah.
I think the most pressing question Court would ask would be like, so when we don't know how long it's going to be until this separation happens with, Sunya Prime separating all the Sunyas back out again, or is this plan just for that you're doing currently? Is this just for until the universe is safe, or is this for all of the work that we have to do, that we don't have to, but I think as the position that I'm in, it would be my responsibility to kind of act as an intermediary between all these gods that are going to be spawning back in. I know it's a big job, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah, we're probably going to be still kind of busy.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the kids growing up.
That's why I've been specifically put as look after kids, Sunya.
Well, it's not just you, it's both of us. We're a team.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, like, rather than it just being a random presence that could appear, I'm always gonna be there. It does like finger guns at the kids, and they're just like, huh?
Our babies in
Yeah.
response.
No,
But
Bunya's slightly older, so she scowls.
It's going to be a interesting time with Bunya, though, since the bread man isn't around currently.
She's like, I think she's on the ship in the bread basket.
But that one didn't get assimilated, I guess is the word.
I mean, we kind of tried, but they're like at just like eternal peace.
I'm not gonna lie, I was always of the impression that the bread Sunya was just a loaf of bread in Colt's domain.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Constantly at peace because they are bread and they are also in heaven as well.
Yeah, that is pretty much what that Sunya is. They are the absolute Zen point.
So they're like, we're not. If anything, you'd want to draw that into the billions of voices.
Well, yes, but they were perfect, so we couldn't draw them into the chaos.
Okay, fair enough.
We've retrieved true Zen loaf of bread.
So there's just going to be a loaf of bread here eternally.
Yeah.
Just on a plinth.
Okay. Well, at least we know where things stand for now, and I'm happy with it. So anyway, this play idea sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It'd be good to get the kids out of the domain for a bit.
Yeah, let's go breathe some air and try not to get set on fire.
That's a good. How are Fume's kids just before we get there? In terms of how are they doing?
They seem pretty good. There was one that was normal, but then the other Sunya said that was more scary, and then they looked at them with like creepy eyes, and I was like, which settled her a bit, because it would be real weird if one of the kids was just absolutely normal. That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
When it's between Bethany and Fume, spurred on by an ability that you used on them, yes, that would be unnerving.
So yeah, they're all pretty strong. I
I assume they're on fire all the time.
not all the time.
Oh,
I think only one. I haven't seen them a lot, but I think only one of them was like very highly fire associated.
hmm.
As I said, one of them looks pretty normal, apart from the now glowing eyes.
Okay. Still,
Also, I should warn you that you're probably going to say a mayor, but that's kind of standard at this point. A mayor was there who
True.
was the doctor, apparently, and turns out that their kids are immortal in that they can't die of old age. They live till someone kills them.
yeah, life eternal, but not indestructible.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I wonder how ours will be. Probably. I mean, this
You
we
could
had
get a
them.
mayor to do the test.
What?
In your head, a mayor has tests for immortality of children.
Yes. Few,
I'd rather find out myself. Voice in my head.
than ask a mayor for help.
Indeed, a mayor isn't being allowed within a mile of these.
Oh, look! All I need is a little bit of their bone marrow.
No.
Would you not sacrifice a little bit of bone marrow to know if your kids will be safe?
I mean, I would, but not theirs. Or just for foreknowledge. Also, voice in my head, they will be safe because they're points at himself and saying, our kids. They're going to be mega strong, well taught in magic, and if anything does turn up that can even maybe harm them, guess who's going to be backing them up? Points at himself and Sonia again. Also, Sonia, I'm hearing voices in my head. We should probably go.
Ah, that's normal.
Uh,
I like to think that like Colt picks up the two babies that are babies, and Sonia just like gets Bunya on like a piggyback on like the shoulders one, and they look so miserable. Come on, let's go.
okay, so you're all meeting back up to have a baby's play date.
Have a baby, yeah.
Future Fume is now sulking about the ship, playing chess with the computer, sucking at playing chess.
Well, you're playing
Yeah.
against you're playing against TKO, so he'll probably play like one of those AI bots that play chess where they keep making illegal moves.
Yeah, this is the issue of like I don't. But the issue is she found the chess program and like has never played chess before, so doesn't really realize there are illegal moves except that she can't make them.
Mm.
Maybe there are conditions to making them.
Yeah, maybe like an RPG where I have to like level up my skills to be able to make those moves.
Yeah, maybe I've got to play like a 10 games of chess before I can do that one.
Oh, have you
Yeah,
not
I'm more
leveled
of a
your
JRPG than a
knight
game
up?
of skill person.
No, I've put no perk points into it.
Yeah. At,
Yeah,
level
like,
6, the knight
just-
becomes OP.
I just need to
Oh.
evolve the castle into a floating fortress.
This sounds like the
Are we-
Netherese version.
No, never
Netherese,
underestimate.
fucking Netherese chess.
Yeah, I know the bishop does suck, but if you get it to level 10, it is the strongest piece in the game.
Yeah, whereas the queen is like everyone's idea of the strongest piece, but she doesn't really have a level curve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
it's-
gets
it's
a bit
kinda
better,
flat.
but yeah.
But the
she's
king
sort of-
is OP as fuck if you get to prestige 60.
Yeah.
The issue with the king is that like it's really difficult to get to the point where you can like take enough pieces to get experience points to prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
And
that one square threat space is just kind of too small.
God,
Yeah.
I'm just imagining every piece in the game on each side, just like each piece has an experience and level. So it's like, yes! That one pawn leveled up finally!
Well, when your pawns level up, if you can get a pawn to level 10, then that's when you get to, like, instead of having a pawn in the front row for your next game, you just have, like, a piece of your choice, starting at level 0.
It queens instantly, effectively.
Yeah.
This game
If you
sounds
if you're
awful and great.
it does. We're just
Incredibly
making it up on the
unbalanced,
fly.
but
Like, there'd definitely be more moments where it's like, well, that's the optimum play. But if I do that play, I'll level up one of my pieces.
Also, you would people trying to level that king up would lose so many games trying to.
Yeah,
but
this
if I
sounds...
lose quickly to people only taking my king, that actually means that they'll gain less experience than they would if they beat me in a slow game.
True.
If you get
And they're
your
probably not
bishop,
trying to level up your king strat, so when my king has a six square radius of movement and threat, like what are they gonna do?
True. It's
So-
much harder to be checkmated like that.
God, someone please
I mean,
make
see-
this game.
it's easier to checkmate your enemies when you level your bishop to level 25, and then you're essentially playing checkers at that point, because they can just zigzag through a whole board and just take everything.
Oh,
Oh, you have
Yeah,
to
you-
choose the trait that's take everything rather than the teleport trait.
true. But the teleport does let it swap onto different tiles.
You
So
know,
you get
so
off
that you
colour.
can switch tiles, and you still move like a bishop, but you get to like switch rows, which could be very useful.
you know what? On
Mm.
like genuinely, I feel like if someone put work into this, this could be like the next Balatro game.
Oh, 100%. This sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to go to the game maker now
Yeah.
and figure this out.
All right. Brilliant.
All right. Back to D&D now that we've
Back
sorted
to
out
D&D.
our $1 million
I was
idea.
gonna ask
Ah,
this
what?
baby play date thing. Are we
What's-
doing this on the ship, or are we going somewhere nice for it? 'Cause
I
I-
have
so-
a palace for you to do it in.
Okay, so we got Fumes Palace. I know some really nice, like, scenic places on Zandikar. Where are we going?
Oh, I finally found the domain. Fuck, okay.
Sadly, we're like, there's an entire like children's playroom, and next to that is a wine bar for us to have fun.
Also,
I
just,
vote
palace.
Fumes Palace.
yeah.
It's been
Ju-
set up.
I just want to quickly preface: no Wizards of the Coast, you may not have our chess game.
No, you can't
is
have
ours.
I'm gonna copyright it. I'm gonna copyright it. Leveled
TM,
Netherese
TM.
chess. Trademark.
Wait, they've got they've probably got Netherese trademarked. I don't think we can do that. Fuck.
Leveled chess then. Leveled chess. That'll do it.
Okay.
Chess is public domain.
RPG chess.
Yeah.
That's not a bad name, actually.
RPG, see
chess.
trademark.
So it sounds
Prestige chess. Yes.
TM.
TM.
TM
Yeah.
trademark.
So we're in a
Image.
lovely lavery place with a big ball.
Nice and
Yeah.
warm.
This
Yeah.
is
So
one of
one.
the spare rooms.
Yeah. One. The room has the room that was being prepared for the children to play in. The lava has been, because we can control what it looks like, how it is. The lava is no longer there, and now all of those areas are ball pits.
Nice.
And the central orb is just one massive ball.
With lots
On
of
a big
balls
flat-
floating around it.
Yeah, it's just like, if the kids imagine teddy bears or whatever, they will appear for them.
Yeah.
And
It's
now we can
beautiful.
roll to see if the kids like each other or not.
What do we roll for that?
I don't know, the DM has to roll something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I will roll some d20s to see what the kids' aversions are. to
One,
each
one,
other.
one, 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 one.
And
Col-
I bring
Colton
you over
immediately
to
thinks-
the fully stocked wine bar where we can watch the kids and intervene, but can still, like, be like, I'm like, oh, how are things going? Like, you didn't really tell me how you were doing last time properly, but like, you know, I was stuck here and I'm going crazy because like a mayor won't let me leave without like doing full blood works, and it's just like, it's really hard to do blood works when my blood is made of fire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Fume. I would have told him how to do one ages ago. You're perfectly within your right to do that.
Well, the issue is we're kind of renting this place from her technically.
Right.
and Bethany's been like so happy with her dad and mum back together, and they've been spending time together since we last met up.
God, why did they never think to include tokens of
And
children
the issue is
between?
like Grizzlebrand can't really be around the children when his arms are quite so sharp at the moment. So that's been a point of contention. Like,
Why
don't
are
get
they?
Have
me
you
wrong,
not?
he's probably a
So you
great
haven't?
granddad. He just like is very pointy.
Yeah, you'll need to figure out like some cork for each of them, like knife hands and spikes,
Yeah, I tried
or
giant
foam.
tennis balls, but he was not in for that plan.
You tried tennis balls, wasn't down for it.
Why?
Great
Why did? They...
looks at the knife hands. Great big mittens.
He's like he's insistent that our children are probably at least immune or at least resistant to non-magical attacks, and his blade arms aren't magical unless he wants them to be. And I'm like, resistant. If you can only be like resistant, they are children. They will just die.
Yeah,
They've got a
yeah.
lot of HP. This one has
So Mayor's doing
2.
tests to see if they're immune to it or not. But like,
Damn, that
supposedly
is
it's
all.
inconclusive at the moment.
Surely,
We'll
surely
see.
you have somebody on. Surely you have somebody in this palace who can fabricate some really big mittens for him. Unless he's not down for that either.
I
Kind
don't
of, kind of
know.
lets down the whole big demon lord energy image.
We could make them goth. I don't know.
Yeah, one.
Wow.
I'm sure. I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
I found a token of a baby, but fuck is it?
I don't
Try-
think you
try-
actually
try
have the
look-
tokens. It's
if-
fine.
Try looking for the baby Hellboy from the first Hellboy film, because he's like a little baby thing.
Nah, this'll do.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Beautiful.
Oh god. That's
Awful.
very Soulsborne looking.
Yeah. I was
To be fair, these babies could probably kill a Soulsborne boss.
they're just chilling. They're
Not like a
there.
late game one, like the early ones, like
Not the
Grafter's
first.
Scion,
Not
maybe.
the first one though. Not any of the meme ones you're meant to lose to.
I mean, that is the Grafted Scion, but the Grafted Scion is just a regular enemy later in the game. It's not even a boss.
I
Nah,
have
they've-
to shout at one at the kid with the
They've-
glowing eyes. I'm like, Hex, stop! Stop turning up the heat. The lightning. Stop the lightning.
They've got ranged attacks. They could cheese it.
Colt is going to be keeping an eye on Bunya specifically.
I'm gonna roll a couple of things first. Let's see. Okay, and then let's see how they all.
There we go. I fixed it.
Oh, one of them got in that one.
Oh, perfect. I'm glad we know which one Bunya is. All right.
Also, everyone look at Discord and the totally accurate picture of the party.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
like, is Exo, who was the one that can breathe fire, chasing Bunya around, being like, I'm gonna trying to see what the fire will do.
God
God damn it.
Bunya, you fucking love all of your siblings. They're amazing. Bunya, you fucking hate all of Fumes. All of
Oh
Fumes.
no!
Yeah, they keep breathing fire near you, and it's like disconcerting.
It's like, are you trying to turn me into toast?
Your initial the little baby's initial impression of them is not good. Fumes Batwing child really likes their siblings and is sort of doesn't think much of Sonya and Fumes kids. Is mostly like you're probably on like the lower end of neutral in terms of your opinion of them. Like you don't really like them, but they're fine.
Bat kid, got it.
Then it's Sonia and Fume's second child.
Sonia and
Sonia and
Colts.
Colts.
No, Sonia and
Sonia
Fume.
and Colt, sorry.
We
Sonia
need to
and
tell you
Colt.
something. Sorry, we didn't need to break it to you this week, Colt, but not all.
Well, I didn't realize this was a key party. How do I
Oh,
know what one of those are? I don't drive.
So, so Colt, we needed to break it to you, like about like how would you feel about being Polly?
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Fuck, it was a joke. God damn it.
Ah, I hate it when it's a joke and they agree.
I am a
Sonia and-
nomad. You think I wouldn't be open-minded to that?
Oh. Yeah, so Sonia and Colt's second child fucking hates their siblings, but loves. Look, their
Which
aversion
ones,
to them
Zorala?
yeah, their aversion to them was a 1. Their natural gut instinct towards them is that they don't like them, but they like Fume's kids. They're happy with them.
God,
And Zorala's the one that becomes Time Wizard later on.
Yeah, and they don't like their siblings.
I should be noting this down.
Strange.
I mean, that's just what their gut instincts are. Obviously, things can change.
They are bad.
Yeah.
They are just babies. This is just their initial impression of each other.
I mean, Bunya seems to be like Colt was looking at, but was keeping like just glancing at Bunya because he's like that one seems, what that one came along first and seems a bit more aware than the others. That's why he's watching them, and they've buggered off into the corner. So he probably would at some point in the night go over to them, just be like, "Hey, buddy, something wrong?"
Don't
just
like the
basically,
fire
like,
breathers.
Look after them. But sorry, Joseph, I kind of interrupted. Carry on with what you were doing.
Fume and Bethany's second child.
Do you want the
Generally,
fire
like-
breather? Do you want the fire breather or the more normal seeming one?
The more normal seeming one
Okay.
likes everyone. They are neutral but slightly positive towards their siblings, but they really like Sonia and Fume's kids. Every last one of them.
Sonia and Colt's kids. You keep saying that.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Sonia and Colt kids. Sorry.
I just typed likes everyone in their entry in my notepad file.
Then it's Sonia and Colt's third child,
Which one's
Who-
this?
Sareth.
Yeah.
Sareth.
Sarah. They just are generally unimpressed by everyone.
Huh.
I hate
and
that
then
baby's smug aura. It mocks me.
Colt leans over to you, Sonia, and he's Sareth seems to have picked up a little bit of what I was like before my mentor made me humble. that one will need training, but he'll be strong as hell once it's done.
Sonia, you're like that baby smug aura does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the meme.
Oh, Fume and Bethany's fire breathing baby fucking loves their siblings, and they're like fine with the other kids, but they fucking
Neutral?
love their sibling.
Neutral on other kids.
Yeah, neutral to the other kids.
Cool.
But yeah, they are just babies at this point. We're not getting early 2000s Broly movie vibes from any of these.
They're babies. They don't understand anything or how really
Yeah.
social interaction works.
As long as none of them are on fire
This
in
is just
a way that they don't want to be.
This is just their opinions of each other initially.
Yeah.
And a few things happen. First, the babies play together quite well, and they seem to be making baby noises at each other. And Sonia, you're convinced that they've come up with some sort of language that they're hiding secrets from you all.
Takes notes.
So very on brand for Sonia's kids.
Then you just watch as they like stumble around the ball pit for a while. They're pretty cute. They're just falling over and struggling to exist. That's what they're just working out how to do. They're just pretty cute. Falling on balls, rolling balls around,
I
crawling
like the
about.
I'm liking to think that Bunya, again, because he seems to be a bit more aware, is like leaning into the cold side of him and throwing balls into the air and then like baffing them like away off into the distance and then pick up another ball, float, throw it over and baff. It's like, timing and swinging, just like, doing what babies do and learning how their hands interact with the environment, but he's like a little bit, tiny bit further along.
You do notice that all of the Colt Sonya babies, all of their hairs are standing on end as they've sort of built up a static charge. And you also notice that the Batwing one that breathes fire has sort of like melted a couple of the balls.
That's definitely fine. Melted plastic's good. Smells great.
And then the third thing that happens is uh, the one with Batwing starts flapping their wings real hard,
Mhm.
and one of the Babs from the one that will become a time wizard in the future like rushes over to them, and they're struggling to like get off the ground. They're flapping their wings real hard, but they can't quite get off the ground. And then the future time wizardy one like sort of gives them a bop, and they begin flying. They manage by flapping their wings super duper hard. They like get a little ways off the ground before falling to the ground.
That one was
Uh,
Zarella, right?
I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zorella's the magic girl one.
I've got
It
my phone out, like videoing the first flight
it
to send
it was
to send to Bethany.
it was magically assisted, but like the crappiest version of a like levitation or flight spell possible,
With help.
and then combined with the wings help them get off the ground for a moment before falling into the pit of balls.
Court's just watching on, just like, oh, they're all going to be amazing when, or terrifying. Could be both.
I like to think that, based on the silly thing that Joseph's rolled, Bunya is like staying aside because don't like the fire breathing monsters, but is just like watching their siblings.
Yeah. Court would like go over to them though at one point and just like make sure that they're okay.
Yeah, they're all just babies hanging out. Occasionally they cry and like want attention or food or something. It's hard to know.
Want food tension.
Or they've pooed themselves, one of the three.
Sonia pooed
Prestidigitation.
self. Want attention.
Sonia, you're that's not you're not
So-
supposed to.
Aww.
Face in hand.
And as Playdate winds down, Sonya will be like, if you need me, just like message and I'll teleport as fast as I possibly can.
And by Sonia, did you mean Fume?
I meant Fume, yes. I'm doing it now. He's been confusing
Yeah.
me with Colt, and now I'm confused. Yeah.
Everyone is Sonia. Mwahaha.
That's the secret. Been the secret the whole time. We're all just different brainwashed Sonyas.
I mean, that was a subplot that was going on for a while.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, it's clearly gotten further out of hand than we ever thought. So yeah, the playdate goes generally quite well. And the Babs are getting on.
And yeah, I'm at when we're finishing it and you guys are heading back to the ship, I'm just gonna be like, remember, you can always message me when you need a friend.
We'll give you a message when like the big final thing's about to happen, because if everyone's gonna die anyways, we may as well be together.
Exactly.
Okay. And then everyone else that's not the
this fume can get on with actually ending the saving the world.
Yeah, so, like, the next thing up would be, alright, excellent, now let's summon this death god.
Yeah.
Yeah, fast forward a day or two.
Oh yes, Sonia. If you would go to help a mayor, it would make the work go faster. But like you feel bad.
Uh-huh.
You just have an overwhelming sense of guilt that comes over you while you're doing this.
I mean, yeah. Regardless of if the souls have already been fucked, there's still souls getting destroyed.
I mean,
The grinder is
we had a bunch
good.
we had a bunch of choices, and all of them were shitty. We did the best with what we had.
But eventually you complete the sigil, and are you all gonna get together to do this bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Court's like, just in case something goes wrong and this death god thing gets out.
What's the worst
Waggles
thing that could
the
happen? Oh god, everything
what-
bad.
yeah, a death god is released into the world. Court's like, if worse, not that I doubt either of you. I'm sure it's gonna go great, but just in case, holds up pointy stick. Insurance policy in case of emergency break glass scenario.
I can't wait to get back to my timeline when it's restored to normal, says
Yeah.
Future Fume.
So you guys effectively go back onto the ship and fly to the point in the center of this massive circle that you've drawn across space. And you enact the big summoning ritual inside this demi-plane. As soon as you do that, two things occur. One, a mare goes, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
And two, Sonia,
That's me.
and Colt
Mm.
That's
both
cool.
be aware of something. Time has stopped. And it stays stopped for about, like, a week from your perspective. Until the time dragon shows up and is like, I found you.
Hello.
Are we able to react and talk to him?
You're not able to move, but you are cognizant the whole time of, like, your surroundings.
Right.
That's a lovely...
So can't say
Oh god, that would be
anything
horrible
cool.
for Colt. Because Sunya
Yeah.
can talk telepathically, but Colt can't. So you were talked at for a week.
At which point the time dragon, like, gives you both a boop. And you're able to move in stopped time.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified for a second there.
Ah, no worries, no worries.
Yo.
So, how long was I out?
Like...
A week.
Yeah, a week or two.
Okay.
We've solved
That's what
everything.
all this. That's what all this Gubbins was meant to be about.
Oh,
But
great.
it was supposed to be to break you out, and I assume it's worked. But I would have thought the resolution would have looked different unless it is done. Looks like the smart people.
I mean, it's just us here. Everyone else is frozen still.
Yeah, I mean, he's gesturing at the big ritual thing that I was picturing.
So
Oh,
yeah,
And the
yeah,
time stop, just like
he
I
will
would have
then-
thought that would have disappeared.
He will then also touch Fume and he will also touch Future Fume, so Future Fume can start moving. Future Fume, you were unaware of the events that you were unaware of the week that has effectively passed while time has stopped. But you are brought into this conversation.
Ram?
Graham?
Yeah, Graham.
Brown.
You are in time stop with Fume and Sonya. That's with Sonya and Colt
And Time Boy.
and Time Boy.
Okay. Hey, are we? Is everything done? Are we sorted?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
He's like, yeah, I mean, I'm. If you guys have gathered all the other artifacts together, I can get all the other artifacts to wherever they need to be.
Same.
Yeah,
Because
we made peace. We got them all together. We just need yours. We also figured out that there's the added caveat of we we need a whole bunch of Fate's blood, but she's already said that she's happy to give it. She seems to be able to just regenerate constantly, because
Should we
otherwise, big axolotl god person will just unalive everybody.
should we get this done now then? Should we go over and like?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
can points at the time dragon, and Sonia's like, can someone explain to me in Fume what this is and whether it's going to resolve or go wrong or not?
I mean, yeah, to be fair, we don't know what's going to happen once you restart time because this whole thing was to summon a death god and then Amair's hopefully going to erase them.
But they
I
said,
mean,
oh, and that's why I was scared.
the time
'Cause it-
dragon's like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. It's weird.
Cool.
Is-
So if we're not here anymore, because we could just like leave and go get the things and sort the universe while the mayor deals with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just leave.
We'll,
Sure.
We'll deal with the fallout in like half an hour. If the universe exists still.
Yeah, cool. That's like maybe if we save the universe, if we keep the universe existing, we can then deal with like some minor death god, right?
Seems legit.
I mean, I don't know
Let's
about you,
go.
but I'd personally like to deal with it now because
Let's
we
go
are all
team
here.
fire, lightning, clones.
Heart.
Well, okay.
Fair dues. Yeah.
I need to come up
Kill-
with a cool name for our team that uses all those letters. Heal.
Time boy, what's going to happen with this then? Are we going to fix the universe and then come back here and is this like a localized time freezing thingy?
Oh, I've frozen all time everywhere.
Uh-huh. How do we fix
I
how do we
I don't
mend
know
the
what-
universe then without this switching back on?
I don't know what this is, but I mean, I have all the artifacts with me, so I can just bring them to where I can get them to wherever the other artifacts are, and once we do that, we'll have assembled everything, and then
Again, we do need a fate bane.
I'm sure we can find Fate's Bane.
Yeah, Fate's
It
being
should be on Ben's ship.
Sure.
or being bled out. One of the two.
They would be effectively supplying blood and organizing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, he will teleport you back over to the. He will teleport you like to the nearest location where he thinks the rest of the artifacts are, but doesn't know where they actually are. So it's like, all right, Sonya, where do we go from here?
We should probably go get main Sonya just in case, and we swap. I go check babies. Then
You swap with Sonya Prime, take the kids and go to look after them in my domain.
yeah. And then
Okay.
it's like, all right, so all good. We
Yeah.
ready to save the universe?
Yeah.
With me, one
Let's
man
go save the
wazzle.
universe.
Sonya will tell everyone, even though half the group's already been there, where to go. And then while everyone's traveling there, we'll go and get Fume. Other Fume.
Let's go team clones fire lightning time.
Sure.
Is it better in alphabetical
need-
order?
We're gonna need to workshop that.
You all assemble. Alan will let you into the frozen world. As you assemble your team one by one. You would find Fatesbane, who is just uh, they've just finished assembling like the blood matrix that they were describing. They're currently on their way
Mhm.
back to the ship,
Okay,
and
that's good.
when they're brought into stop time, they can explain all of that to you. And are like, yeah, should be good to go.
I mean, that's good because now that we have you here, we'll all be way more capable in terms of if this once this gets fixed and if it all goes down right, and then Time Boy sets off time itself again. If that great big death god plan goes awry, we've got you and me with this thing waggles the stick. The death god shouldn't be, and we've got everybody else as well. That death god thing shouldn't be an issue.
The time dragon then plucks out one of his talons, casts it into the air, and all of a sudden, uh, a bunch of artifacts appear where the other artifacts are to complete the device. And even though time has stopped moving, the device begins moving. Also, Fatesbane yeets her sword into it.
Stab
Sonia would
like a key.
Yeah.
lean over to Fatesbane and be like, "Hey, I've been meaning. I want to ask a question because you've got all this new knowledge stuff. So,
Yeah.
So, like, you know about how all of this got made, give or take. Would you be able to turn the artifacts back into people? Question mark. Gods, whatever they were.
I could do it, yeah.
Because that would be one way of like getting rid of this thing forever.
Would
True.
that cause us to be in the same position again?
It would, yeah, the issue is it would destabilize the structure of existence.
Ah, sad.
Let's not do that.
If it helps you, if it helps Sonia, when I was talking to Silver, he told me that when the artifacts are combined together in this machine like this, the place that those gods end up existing is like a beautiful utopian paradise.
That's okay
Like they
then.
get their own, it's like they get their own heaven. But when they're separated, and like when Silver was just a sword, it was like he was chained up inside a cage.
Okay, so yeah,
So
we're gonna stick to
he
the plan
wanted
of
he wanted to be back in this.
hide away the machine. Just wanted to check.
But yeah, it begins glowing a bright orangey color, and it appears to be initially it looks like a diamond shaped onyx, or it looks like a D8 effectively. But it is
Obsidian Black D8.
yeah, it is jet black, and eventually it glows hotter and hotter until it appears orange. At which point, uh, you would all notice that like, there are big cracks forming in the sort of stopped time that is happening right now. And you would all see a bright light, and time would start moving. And then we're gonna cut perspectives.
Tick 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 tick.
Because this has already occurred.
Ooh, nice Wibble land.
Yeah, nice wibble land.
Wibbly Land.
It is a very wibbly land.
So where are we?
Yous are
There.
still outside. But we're cutting to Ben's perspective because the
Oh,
device was
'cause
completed. He
Benny
was on it.
boy
Yeah, he's going into the device.
zooms
Yeah.
in on the best boy. Pat's
Indeed,
head.
zooms in.
Who's a good boy?
He is a good boy.
Oh, just for reference, definitely would have went and saw Ben before he got fused in, and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, what? I mean,
It would have been just like big hug time.
okay.
We would.
We love Bud. Uh, effectively, uh, it begins with Ben seeing the cosmos, uh, and he watches as all of reality is obliterated in an instant by a luminous white light that just destroys everything. Uh, at which point, he's like falling through this sort of purpley misty void. And uh, all of a sudden, uh, he is just falling and falling and falling. Until he thinks he's about to fall into just a big cloud of purpley mist and death. When he eventually appears in this place. When I drag you guys over. Yeah, Ben initially appears here. He is surrounded by a bunch of slavers. Ah, but he is not this height. For a moment he is. But when he looks at his body, he realizes he is Bab Dragon. As he is under this counter and hatches out of a little ego.
Ego.
He hatch out of ego. He crawl onto little chair, jump onto bar. He no understand thing. All of these people are speaking strange languages. He doesn't quite understand what's going on. But this one approaches him, and it says words that he finds incomprehensible. And, like, he gets scooped up and brought over here, where more words that are incomprehensible to him are said. And then they bring him over here. At which point, they effectively... there's like a little red hot iron, which he is branded with. He feels
Uh-huh.
extreme pain and confusion. At which point, his surroundings become a blur again. And once he is about yay big, it comes to pass that, like, these seem to be... Eventually he understands that these people are not the nicest, as they emotionally and physically abuse him over the years. Just various beatings. But he did have a best friend who was a little doggo who's just outside of this place. The little doggo was his friend. They had a good time together.
And then he was forced to kill him.
Round the back of the shed.
Little doggo was a good little boy who did nothing wrong. No, he's just a chill guy. Why would you ever think bad things would happen to the small dog?
Why would
Because
you
I've seen
even?
movies like this before.
But yeah, him and his dog have a wonderful time. He even adopts a little cat friend who shows up.
Meow.
Meow. Indeed. Little friend dog. And they're having a lovely time. Eventually, he loses the cat one day. And so he goes out looking for it. And he leaves the dog in care of the person who branded him a long time ago because he owed him a favor. He was like, "You better keep care of my dog, or I will come back and I will kill you." Then he leaves. He goes looking for his cat for the day. And then Ben returns. And when he gets back, this person is dead, and his dog is dead. He finds out that the dog effectively ripped this guy's throat out for all
Nice.
of the constant abuse.
Good boy.
Then this guy killed the dog.
Oh.
But Ben did find his cat. It was at this moment that Ben decided that he doesn't want to be pushed around anymore. And he kind of wants to be the one to do the bullying rather than the bully. It is also at this point, he is shackled by this person. A big collar is placed around his neck, and magical runes are inscribed upon it. The years then go by, where he's effectively an enforcer for this gang, melting people in the streets, until he gets a bit bigger. Every night he scratches at his claw. He scratches with his claw at his collar. Until one day, he's asked to guard a shipment. The shipment is a number of collars that he's bringing back here. And he pops them open and decides that he's going to get his revenge on all of these people. He then proceeds to sneak up to them while they are asleep and collars the lot of them. Then he murders this guy for killing his dog. And his slave empire begins. All of a sudden, Ben is now falling back through Purple Void. He's gotten a little bit further down. A look of worry and distress crosses his face as he is panicked. He attempts to flap his wings to avoid falling into another cloud, but it doesn't seem to work as he collides into another body of strange mist. At which point, we go here. Can Colts on your can each of you place your token in a room on the ship that you have the most affinity with, in your opinion?
Most affinity. Question.
Yeah.
Roughly where is the secret stash?
It would be in it would be in Ben's office.
I just
Whoa.
put myself in the room that I spent most of my time in on this ship.
Yeah.
Which is the
Uh,
sleeping quarters.
Ben would appear here. He wanders about. Goes into this corridor first. Because he hears noises of Colt training. But when he gets in the room, Colt is just meditating in there. Colt,
Uh huh.
um, if you were to surmise the 5 most important things about you, what would they be?
Hard work, honesty, um, kindness, um, volition, and um, inclusivity. It's probably the word I'd sum it up. Essentially, like a listen to all sides and then make up your mind, sort of thing.
Uh, the sort of drum of thunder and fists hitting metal echoes around you as the sentiment of your being is carried as a crackle of lightning to Ben.
Hmm.
Uh, it strikes him but does not harm him. Uh, he does stumble back, but but he doesn't actually appear hurt effectively.
Yeah, more just like surprised.
Yeah. And then if you had any final words for Ben, what would they be? Now would be the time to give them.
You did good, Dragon Man. You deserve. You did. You did good, Dragon Man. You deserve whatever paradise or peace that you seek.
Thanks, friend. You were always there for me. You were always a good example to follow as I attempt to tread the path of redemption.
Well, you travelled it well, better than most.
At which point, Colt would vanish, and then he would be attracted this way by a roaring flame, or the sound of a roaring flame. Fume. Surmise the 5 most important things about you as a character.
Generational trauma.
hmm
Uh, finding love after expecting to just be sort of used for your entire life.
hmm
Uh, Forgiveness of those who've wronged you and yourself.
hmm
Uh, the capacity, regaining the capacity of trust.
Yeah,
And fire. I really
got
sort
it.
of the deep ones up front, and then
And then fire. And then fire. A The sound of a raging inferno emanates from your being, and a bolt of fire. It is burning white hot. Strikes Ben. This time he seems more steady about it, and the fire does not burn his flesh. Uh, although you do notice that when it strikes, there's a sort of crackle of electricity as well as small, tiny, like embery particles around him now.
Mhm.
And if you have any final words for Ben, now is the time to say them.
You were a great host. Gave me a place to stay. I never knew you when you were evil. Just know that you did good and you deserve whatever love you can find in the world.
You deserve love too. Never forget that moving forward, that you always have people you can lean on.
Thanks.
At which point Fume would disappear. And he would be attracted by a strange sort of ethereal chant as he goes this way. Wanders through and eventually sees. He initially does not see Sonya in this room, but the chant gets stronger as he walks over to this door, and he opens the cabinet, and then presses the small button that has the secret that opens the secret compartment to where the drinks would normally be. But instead of any drinks being in there, Sonya just falls out, landing directly on her face, as is the way.
Oh no, you found me.
Sonya, what are the 5 most important aspects of you as a character?
Uh, question, just out of curiosity, is this being in character said out loud? Or is this
Uh,
just you asking?
This is the DM asking.
Okay. Well, I thought about it, and the 5 most important things, although one of them is a cop out, are Sen, Colt, Fume, all their kids, and Ben.
Got it. A chorus of magical voices sing out in unison, and a bolt of magical energy strikes Ben as and you do and he recognizes the chorus as multiple copies of you. And Sonia, do you have any final words you would like to impart onto Ben?
We had a laugh, didn't we? All that crime, and then the not crime, and then the you sacrificing yourself to save the universe. Oh, you're a good lad.
We did.
Also,
We did have a good old time.
so you're like leads over, and I love how much this is gonna upset them, but whispers into Ben's ear. Oh, and by the way, don't tell Fume, but you were always my favorite.
Oh, he has a chuckle at that for a moment, and
Just as a funny thing, because I don't know how this stuff works. Uh, it if I could, Sonia would also say, "Oh, and I left you one parting gift," and like, I want there to be like one shot glass left.
oh, as I would say that your final words is the parting gift thing. You disappear, and exactly behind where you were standing, there is one shot glass, which he will pick up and have a swig of. At which point we have a second little fiery noise, which will attract the boy this way.
You cast fireball on him as he enters the room.
Uh,
It's a very fireball thing to do.
Fireball, who hath returned for the
Finale.
final episode special. Hello. Yes. what are the 5 most important aspects of your character?
Fire,
Mm-hmm.
fire,
Uh-huh.
fire,
Right.
fire,
Mm-hmm.
You're the hatred of slavery.
and yeah, I'm not keen on that slavery thing.
Alright, fire, 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 and doesn't like slavery. If I got all that.
Freedom. Fire, 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 and freedom. Question mark.
Okay. The 5 Fs.
Uh, oh, I suppose also the level 5 party.
Right. Okay. So 3 fires, freedom, and the level 5 party. Okay. Do you have any final words for Ben, Fireball?
Fireball's the best spell.
You got it, buddy. It is the best spell. At which point, Fireball vanishes. In a
sorry.
large fireball.
I'd have said, I forgive you.
Aww. Character development. It finally happened.
But Fireball is the best spell, and then he vanishes.
Yeah, he explodes in a fireball. Obviously. That one does hurt Ben, but not very much.
Does it manage to damage the, what I'm guessing is imaginary ship one last time?
Yes, it
One
does.
last scorch mark.
It does leave one last scorch mark. At which point, Ben is back to falling through the void
Oh god, I missed the floor.
of purple. He's a lot calmer now, though. He seems more. He's not flailing about like last time. He's more streamlined and like he is descending at the same speed, but he just seems more graceful as he collides with another cloud. He only catches the tail end, though. And he is reminded of the dangers in the dark. As he appears... if I just get his token ready... as he appears here briefly. He's like, fuck,
Oh.
get me out of here!
Oh no, not this again.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. I don't. Yeah, great. All right, let's continue. Come on.
Go, 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 go! As the many Eggy Weggies prepare their Eggy Weggy lasers and begin firing them at him. As they are about an inch off him, he appears back in the purple void. He's like, oh. Okay.
For a moment, we were alive again.
Oh, the Eggy Weggies. As then he, after he passes through that, his body starts to deteriorate, and it flecks off into sort of purple, like energy, and it seems like purple little embers begin peeling off of him to reveal a sort of shining light as his body disintegrates. A shining purple aura eventually reaches this strange core. At which point the dragon Ben Oren ceases to be. And then we come back to you guys. You guys are suddenly conscious again. You wake up. You don't remember any of the things that occurred in the
Vision thing.
vision. But everything's as far as you can tell, you just passed out for a moment, effectively. But everything, the ship seems normal. You do see that where Ben Oren's simulacrum was, there is a small pile of snow on the ground.
Goes up to the pile of slush, just presses hand next to it, on his console, and it's just like, I'll miss you, buddy. I mean, you did what needed to be done. So that's it then, yeah? Universe isn't gonna collapse now? No more deaths? Looks at the smart people in the room.
Hermes I don't know. Have a check. She sits at the seat and starts scanning things, and is like, well, the machine is gone. At least I don't know where it is.
Good. Don't look for it. You specifically.
Couldn't we have just sacrificed a mare instead?
Unfortunately, oh, Fireball, you're back. Unfortunately, it only worked because Ben had an artifact in him.
Actually, yeah, sure. Fireball is there. He has materialized there. None of you know
He has
why,
appeared.
but he is there.
The prodigal son.
He returns for the last session. Oh.
Oh, Master, you're back.
He has
yeah.
in a cacophony because there would be two fumes right now on opposite sides of the
Yeah.
room.
Oh, future fume vanishes from seems to vanish.
No
effectively.
cacophony.
I'll see you in the future or not, depending on how timelines work in this universe.
I hope I'm not vanishing from existence!
See you later.
Well, at least meeting myself didn't blow up the universe. Says Kurt Present Fume.
A mayor would confirm that effectively you're sort of in the same place, but everything's different. But
Different
it seems
how?
maybe the same. It's just the stars are in different places. Locations seem jumbled up. It just seems weird. Further
Does it?
investigation is required.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be checking it. Just as a guess, it's not because the universe has been falling apart for a while and now there is just stuff there that wasn't before. And now it's back.
Maybe. Oh, hang on. I do have a way of getting a bit more knowledge faster. Her nose and ears start bleeding as two devil horns just immediately protrude out from her head.
Uh-huh.
And then her eyes roll back in her head for a moment, and then she's like, "Oh, okay. I remember. This is the thing. 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 This is the th Uh, the structure of reality is different. The outer planes are all different now. The cosmology of this place has been significantly altered.
Wait,
But like,
we, we don't seem to have been altered though. Have other
yeah,
people?
it would appear that everyone who was in the original universe, like all the original people, are still alive, and everyone appears to be the same.
And why am
But
I still here?
maybe you got pulled here by something.
If reality just got a reshuffle, yeah, maybe it did.
Sure.
Welcome to this universe forever, ever, ever, ever.
But yes, it appears that like places have changed, but the people are the same, which is as comprehensive as an answer
I mean,
you can get like right now,
we
effectively.
were told that there could be um unintended consequences to putting a person in there, and that we'd have to do it anyway. Maybe this is like Ben's idea of how cosmology should be ordered, but he had like no bearing over people. Again, I'm just
I mean, that sounds like a
trying
good
to make.
outcome to me.
Oh
Yeah,
well, the universe is still here. Who gives a shit? Let's partay.
you know what? Yeah, I could go for some revels.
I am out of the house away from the children for just today. Let's get going, everybody. Get crunk.
Party.
Take your pipes up. I'll prepare the playlist.
Sonia,
Mm-hmm.
you notice something as you're going to party. You have an empty shot glass in your hands.
Single tear.
You're unsure why, but you do have a sense of nostalgia from it. But yeah, you guys did it.
Party popper.
You saved the day.
Party whistles.
You win. Party Popper PNG.
Da, da,
Comic
da, da,
Sans.
da, da,
Oh.
I'm sure everything else is fine.
That's for a future party to worry about.
Or for our characters these characters to deal with in post off screen might turn up in the distant future.
Yeah. Vibes. So yeah, your party rages hard. Your many loved ones, free and able. Oh yeah, Amir does confirm that there is a dimension that she's still got of. That's nice.
Uh, would Sonia and Colt be able to detect their domains?
Uh, it's a bit weird. You reach out for your domain and you find it, but it's a lot. It's it's much more different to how you originally had it. Uh, it seems a lot bigger, effectively.
And
Huh.
would Sonia still detect all of the souls inside herself?
You would not but you would feel that your domain has a bunch of people in it, effectively.
Okay.
Also, very rapidly, the Sunya avatar sort of splits up into multiple Sunyas again.
They just like they're coming through a doorway and all three split and they're like, oh fuck, we're stuck. Help!
Yeah. And true God Sunya, you return to the status of demigod effectively. As you feel strange forces working against your, like, connection to all of these things to, like, split you up.
Sure. I mean, as soon as possible, Sonia would go to investigate all of the spirits that she sensed.
They appear to all have, like, their own bodies and stuff, and they're wandering about. They just seem confused. They don't really know what's happened. Like, they're just wandering around. Very, very confused about what's occurred. And they don't know really where they are.
Well, get each of them a McDonald's and say we'll start working on getting everyone's life back.
Oh yeah, your realm doesn't have a McDonald's in anymore.
Well, what's the point?
I mean, you can make a new one.
The McDonald's has been replaced with an Arby.
Ugh.
Uh,
A Wendy's.
Yeah, I'd like that.
It doesn't seem to have, like,
All of the weird shit.
yeah, it seems like it was made by someone who, like, someone else, and you've just sort of, like, suddenly showed up effectively. It looks like someone had like just finished, like, their idea of what this heaven would look like, and, like, you have just been, like, handed a furnished house basically.
Can't
Oh
confirm
no,
that.
it's just occurred to me. If Colt's one's bigger, like if both of ours are bigger, but if Colt's one's like looking at it and he's like, it's being restructured, it seems larger. Is the little shrine to Silver still there?
It is, but it is now a, like, it is not a little shrine anymore. It is more of a grand temple now.
Nice. He'd be happy with that to let it stay.
Yeah, I think, like, we might do an epilogue at some point in the future, but James, now would be a good time to chime in with the thing that you wanted.
Yeah. Essentially, I'll just get this up real quick. There. As you guys are aware, this is like the very D&D campaign that I started, and I also mentioned before that this was the starting point for me. And it's been a crazy, 3 years? To the point where I'm in multiple games and run one even, and have made so many new friends. Just changed my life forever, really, and by a long way for the better. And just to pretty much say thank you for basically putting up with my bullshit and, like, inviting me in. And to commemorate that, I decided to put a little thing together. Joseph, you'll find I sent you something. Up to you whether you're sure to... We'll see it eventually.
Oh, I just give him that was really heartfelt, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You've not bullshit us. You've put up with
Oh,
our
you
bullshit.
definitely- You should definitely post it in the chat because it's taking ages to load in for me, but I already love it. I can only it's only like loaded in the first like quarter of it, and it's already amazing. You should definitely post it in the
Yeah.
chat.
Right. So I might not go on the stream, but I'll put it in chat. Boop. There you go.
I will attempt to. I will attempt to put it on the stream, but or if not, maybe Andrew can some way.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can. I was gonna say I'll see if I can put it on
Yo.
something.
This might work. No, that's just pasting Ben.
It's just pasting Ben. That's cool as
It's
fuck.
just pasting Ben.
Maybe this will work. God, I hope that worked.
I mean, I have the file. I'm gonna try adding it to a character sheet, putting it on the screen, and then you can just make it big.
Yeah, if you
We'll
do
try
that.
that.
I know what I can do. And then it's like, oh shit, I wasn't recording my voice. Screams, but no one hears it. Where is the thing I want? There it is.
Now the problem is that road. It's been really slow.
Yeah,
Oh god,
it's the bane of
the
the slow
picture is
internet.
big.
It is. Is a big.
It
pain.
is a large file size, yeah.
Ah,
Okay,
oh, it's so
Joseph,
pretty.
Joseph,
Yeah,
Joseph, make this big. Make
I'll
big.
Make, I'll make big. I will actually. Ah, I can do something that actually I will also end it off on revealing this entire map to show you all of the things to show you all of the shame that I've been hiding in the fog of war, and also reveal that this is an office building.
Ah.
This is just an office
Oh,
building that I
Oh,
researched.
the whole session, the whole campaign's here.
Yeah,
wow, look at the water boys!
yeah.
Is this the I didn't want to ever delete anything just in case you brought it back on the ship?
Yeah.
There you go. I saw the ball.
There we
That's
go.
cool as fuck.
All the gang.
I did think about having like other characters in, like maybe a Meg rambling in the background, an event, or maybe Ben in his dragon form or something. But I've settled on this.
It's all beautiful.
Also, the little touch of complete, but fireballs set fire to it.
Yes, it is
Oh.
pleat.
I'm excited for campaign 2. There's gonna be a lot of fun,
Yeah.
cool ideas. I've got a lot of fun concepts, and also it was just as it was special for James as it was his first foray into D&D. It was also my first campaign.
Yeah, true. So
Yeah,
all the
even
more
further than
reason.
I was expecting when you were like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna run my first campaign." I was not expecting it to get to. What level are we again?
25, I think.
I learned a lot.
Oh,
All the
Joseph,
more, all the more reason to commemorate it,
Joseph,
Yeah.
since it's your first
do
one.
you remember all those wonderful mechanics you made at the start? All the spaceship
I did.
things,
Disappeared.
all of
Yeah.
the
We were like,
all
this
of
is
the
not
wonderful upgrades for robotics. All of them
Yeah.
definitely used. All the different guns and grenades.
the ones that were totally going to be a thing until all of the characters who knew anything about them or cared about them that you were prepared for had all died.
I mean,
Yeah.
what you can do, Joseph, is if any of it didn't get used, I am going to be playing an artificer in your next one.
Hey,
I'll
there you
use
go.
that. I'll use that shit for you.
I'll dredge up that Google Docs file. Yeah. Of crap. Oh, but yeah, I learned a lot of things from this, and it went it went on. It went the distance, man. It was very good.
It's crazy. Like there's something that I have had come up multiple times while being in this campaign, which is telling other people who aren't in like our group who also play D&D about this campaign Like the fact that you're a first-time DM, I'm a first-time player, and we're a group of 4 people, and we're all like level 20 something, and we are things like, oh, 150 damage, that's fine, I can tank that, and just the looks on people's faces is just like their jaws hit the floor, like, what are you playing? I'm like, it's great, it's a brilliant game.
Oh.
You know, casual ends with everyone being a god.
Yeah.
No, first session, everyone was a god by the end.
Oh, and then we're gonna start as level 1 nobodies and gonna have one hit
Yay!
point each.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, it's gonna be great. So yes, Joseph, the title does remain accurate of the end on 148 episodes. Which, if you take them
Yeah.
as like several hours long, just think about how much time that is.
God,
Well,
so-
I
How
think
much time
our
we've all
session
wasted in each other's presence.
Yeah.
not wasted.
Oh, it was all very beautiful. I definitely was not on the verge of happy crying multiple times.
Never
Time you
once.
Time you enjoy spending is never wasted.
It's true.
So, like,
It's
if
true.
if they're about 3 hours long, that's
Yeah, just a casual
290
3 times 148.
296, 430, 440. Yeah, 444 hours.
divided by 24. 18.5 days
Oh,
of just
we can
of
get the-
playing.
18 days.
Alright, so let's just do the next one back to back. We'll get through the next campaign in like no time.
True, if we just play 18.5 days straight without stopping
You think
for
Sunya,
like sleep.
Sunya was insane? God.
After 18 days of no sleep, I think we'd all be loopy by the end.
We thought playing Sunya was insane. Now wait for
Eight.
Andrew to play Bunya for an entire campaign.
18 days of our own voices, including our own, and
Oh,
I think we'd all be a bit mad.
yeah.
Madder.
And then the credits roll. Joseph as Joseph.
Yeah. Andrew is Sunya. Andrew is Sunya. Andrew is Sunya.
Sunya
Joseph
as
is
Sunya.
Sunya.
Question mark?
Graham is Sunya. Cole is Sunya.
Sunya as herself.
Guest star.
Sunya in a mustache. Amara's Sunya as Joseph.
Joseph,
Oh.
played by a man.
Amaya as herself. Yeah, Joseph played as.
Yeah. Joseph as played by Amara. Yeah, that's accurate.
Oh, what a happy
Oh.
ending. Let's not think about any of the stuff that's going to happen in like 10 minutes within the universe's time. But right now, happy ending.
It's all
Our characters have
good.
got it. Our
Yeah.
characters have got it in hand.
We can take
That
an infinite
fireball
number of
time.
gods.
It's not infinite, and we don't have to take all of them. Colt's whole idea was, with the whole sun gods thing, was he's basically going to go to them and go, look, you don't have to kill each other. I propose what I'm effectively referring to as a duel of divinity. Non-lethal if you can help it, unless you guys are pushing yourselves to the point where you do just falter to your injuries. But no takes god killing stabby stick off for no intentional anti-god weapons, just your own skills, just one-on-one, go for it. May the best god win. That's Colt's proposition. You know, don't pull entire civilizations into the battle. So that's what he was going to do with the 2 sun gods. Which will be
Yeah, so-
interesting because they'll be immune to like 90% of their stuff.
So yeah, what do you guys think of my first small campaign? You know, it's just a good test run.
I think it was a bit
You know,
short.
Yeah, it could have gone longer, to be fair.
But by another 2 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
In the words of King Theoden, less than half of what I expected.
True. It was just a quick experimental thing to get my bearings as a DM, you know.
The next
And
campaign,
then,
though. Oh.
yeah, now that I know a bit more what I'm doing. Oh.
Absolutely raw to the bone scrub. Really.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Just a
how I
casual
describe
level
Joseph.
25. Just a casual level 25 campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Chill.
barely anywhere. We've still got to get to, like, level 40.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at some point in the next campaign, I gotta have your party show up and blow up a planet. I gotta keep to that. I kept saying it was gonna happen. We
Oh.
never got there, so.
Or just
Gotta
have like an asteroid about the impact of the planet as our characters are losing their shit. Just, oh no, how do we stop this? Oh fuck, it's approaching, it's in the atmosphere, and then our characters show up and just like backhand to get together, just backhand the asteroid into a billion pebbles into orbit.
Sonya Gates pulls open a gate. Fume does a massive explosion, which propels Colt like a bullet at the mass meteorite, which just blows it up.
nice.
Teamwork.
So,
That
yeah,
kind of thing. It's gotta
Ju-
happen.
just for fun, on the very last episode, why don't we, for once, the very first time, have everyone actually say goodbye?
Oh
Like
yeah.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes. If
Like and
if
subscribe.
anyone,
Goodbye.
ugh, I hate you,
Anyone who's
Joseph.
listened to 140 episodes.
Like, subscribe, all the
Oh.
other usual crap.
Oh yeah,
God.
and don't forget to hit that bell.
Give us all your money. Yeah. God, legitimately, I
goodbye.
do wonder if anyone has gotten through the
Bye.
entire of this. If you did, good job.
yeah,
I'll
if
fucking
you
print
did-
you
if
a
you did-
t-shirt.
Yeah, if you did, thank you.
Honestly, if you want a
Absolutely.
t-shirt printed, I have a t-shirt printer.
True.
We could take this thing and put it.
plug your place of work quick, Graham.
No, I don't need to
Oh.
publish work. We're not an actual t-shirt printing company, but I have a t-shirt printer that's used for
Oh.
testing. I
Ti-
can
ti-
steal it while no one else is in first thing in the morning.
Take this
Oh.
image, take the image file that's currently on screen and put that on a shirt.
True,
Quick,
yeah.
everyone sell out as fast as you can. It's very.
I'll
So thank you, Joseph,
Oh.
for a really fun campaign, and thank you all my friends for being there with me.
Oh, it was wonderful. Thank you all for coming. It was wonderful.
I think I'll probably come back next campaign. as well.
Ah,
Yay.
Lorraine.
Yay.
you were very missed for the later half
In-
of this campaign.
Indeed, you were missed. Hence why I had to have fireballs in the
Yeah.
office. I was like, gotta have fireball in. We've got whole episodes dedicated to him.
We've got to have our Lawrence DLC. We've unlocked it for the new campaign. We couldn't afford the subscription fee, but now we've got it.
We've got the Lawrence DLC.
Yeah, we've doubled the budget.
We've got the Lawrence DLC as a pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
And with that, God bless us, everyone. The next campaign's gonna be insane.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're telling something they don't know.